Hello there, fellow summoners. M.O.D.O.K HT here, and we are going back into another Alliance War, and this is war number 11 of season 25, and we're going up against the XMN Omega team. We've never fought these guys before, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. So first up, I'm going up path 2, and they have a Magik on this node where you basically can't get power until they get a bar of power. So I'm going to stall a little bit, get a couple parries in, and then just do some one-hit combos. This is going to keep my temperature up, build up smolders, because this is a max sig Magik, and she's going to trigger limbo guaranteed. And yeah, I took a little bit of damage there, but I had enough smolders on her, or Nova Flames, to where she wasn't able to regen anything back. And yeah, so 19 hits, a little bit of limbo damage, but nothing to be concerned with. And I'm trying to think if I used Torch somewhere else in this war. I think I do, but that was the only fight that I really needed a pre-fight for. And then next up we have this M.O.D.O.K. Now, this isn't too bad a fight. I had a M.O.D.O.K on node 20 last war, and I just mess up here. Just totally miss a block. I'm getting brute force degen. He does trigger the protection, which reduces the damage that I would have taken from the brute force. And yeah, almost 40% of my health gone just like that. But that's right, don't panic. And thing does great on this node. And I'm just gonna do a lot of heavy attacks, make sure I can knock down that stun shield. But I think this is, if you don't have True Strike, you don't have a way to effectively deal with this guy's auto block, this could be a pretty painful placement. Thing can handle it very, very well because he doesn't have to throw a special. And that's one thing, is like if you have that shield up and you have to throw a special to keep off those Furies and you don't land it, yeah, that's gonna suck. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting placement, but he is no match for Thing. And yeah, he's got a ton of Furies. He's got 42, 43 Furies, just building up, but it doesn't matter. Every time he touches me when I don't have protection, triggers protection, I'm taking 1 health point per parry block. At the beginning when he's throwing those L1s, I'm getting the Solve Mastery heals reversed, but I don't have that going anymore, so he can throw all the L1s he wants, and so long as I'm evading it or whatever, I'm not going to take any extra like heal reversal damage. So, but yeah, he's dead, no problem. Big chunk of health taken at the start. It's going to cost me like 2 health potions, but worse things could happen. So next up, we're going up on node 20. So this is Strike Counter Fury again. Thing is typically my man for all Strike Counter Furies, with exception to a few circumstances. But yeah, we're going up to Silver Surfer. This is a rank 3 Silver Surfer. This is an interesting matchup because he's going to be throwing likely a lot of specials, and if he keeps his he's able to get several of his special attacks off with that extra armor that he gets from the node. He easily is able to get the vigilance buff from his L1. If he throws L2s, he's going to be likely to have 3 or more buffs on him, and his L2 will be fully unblockable. I'm just going to take my time and just smash this dude with Thing. Lots of parries, so I'm going to keep baiting his L1s. I think I do get, I get tagged there. I think I might get tagged at the end of one of the L1s. But I got protection up, so it's really, really hard to take damage when your SIG ability prevents it. So you know, this is a little bit longer fight, but I'm super comfortable evading the L1s. I'm gonna try to, you know, he's getting a lot of power because he keeps throwing those specials, and he's got all those debuffs on, or buffs on him. Now if he hits you with something, that energy damage is gonna be pretty nasty. But I'm just always trying to get those parries off, trigger that protection, so if I happen to do get hit, it will not hurt. Even though this guy's got tons of furies, I'm pretty certain he gets to the max 99 of those passive furies. But it just doesn't matter. Thing just bypasses it, which is super cool. And yeah, you know you can use like a quake on a fight like this. You know, if you can manage your combo and keep throwing off specials, you know, anybody can do this fight, but this just makes it very, very simple and straightforward. Yeah, and I just love Thing. Thing is a utility beast. You know, a lot of people don't like him, but man, he, you know, if you know how to fight, he can do really, really, really well. So, yeah, we're getting towards the end. I'm at the max furies, 60, so my damage output is maxed out. Attack rating something like, it's like an extra 7k attack, and yeah, and the last thing you want to do is throw a special when they got this many furies. You need those rock stacks to be on you. There, I did get clipped at the very end of that L1, but it took like no damage because of the protection. But yeah, you don't want to throw a special unless you know you're going to kill him. And I think I don't even throw a special. Just keep doing what I was doing. We get the full attack bonus. And we're going to move on. And next up is an interesting matchup. We got a Emma. It's a rank 2 awakened Emma on this power snack backup recovery node 22. And I throw on a regen boost just to kind of heal up a little bit, because I didn't want to throw any more health pots in, and I have these a few of these regen boosts available for these last couple wars, so I'm like, might as well use those instead of health potions, which cost glory, which I can get some decent like T5CC or, you know, tier 2 alpha that I need to rank up stuff. But yeah, Thing is a really good option for this fight. I'm gonna block a lot towards the beginning, try to build up my rock stacks, which then in turn builds up the furies. Do have Human Torch on the team, so I can build them up significantly faster with each parry and whatnot, because it automatically converts those into rock stacks or into furies without having the 20 have to expire or you have to throw a special. But so we're already up to minute in where we just got up to 60 furies, and I'm going to be throwing a lot of specials just so that she stays in telepath form as much as possible. And yeah, blocking a lot of her stuff. I make sure that she has low power. I mean, I can evade her L2. It's nothing difficult, but just more and more comfortable with evading her L1. And I block a little bit here and there. Full evading is really not a problem, but Thing can pretty much block all this stuff and not have any care in the world for anything. Hit her with a big L2, stuns her. I think I end up backing off. He does have like, looks like he has a pretty decent amount of limber. Stun didn't last very long. And I think we're gonna finish her off with the next special. Boom, nope, just barely missed it. And then she's dead, yeah. So Thing does really well for a lot of the power snack fights, just because he's nullify immune and he can't be power snack. So yeah, so that gets through section 1. Next up in section 2, I'm going the left side like usual, and going up against this Professor X on node 24. It's got E.M.P, Burden of Might, enhanced energy damage, and I think something else I can't remember. But But thing is really good for this fight. Now I do end up getting hit somewhere here, I think, and take some damage. And the damage that you take if you get hit by this dude, it's quite significant because a lot of his hits are energy based, and it's got that enhanced energy damage. Yeah, right there. Oof. Luckily, protection triggered and was able to mitigate a lot of that damage. And then I focus back in, and we're gonna take this guy out. I think I end up pushing him, you know, above 2 bars. I hit him a few times, and I'm trying to get him to bait an L2, and he's just not having it. And the last thing I want to do is have this guy hit me with an L3, although I could trigger protection and potentially bypass a lot of the damage. But yeah, so we hit him with an L2, boom. So one thing that's really nice with the Burner Might, if you have Dex on, you are able to parry and do 1 hit into a special immediately and not lose your power. So just keep that in mind. You know, but if you try to get 2 hits in, you're gonna get your power drain from the Dex that you might have triggered. But yeah, so we take out Professor X, and then we're going up this middle part on path 2, note 31. This has the strike counter combat rate with the suppression nodes. And I think it's got like power drain or something else on this. Nothing significant. I'm just trying to get a lot of blocks off, build up smolders, build up my temperature, do a lot of the hits while she's under the stun, because I have max petrify. And yeah, so she melts. She threw 1 special, no big deal, and get rid of that Tiger really quick. And then next up we have a Gladiator Hulk. So this has the strike counter combat rate plus stung once, twice shy, which basically you get a power sting debuff on you once you get a full bar of power. So you basically just need to kind of wait stuff out if you want to throw a special and be able to keep throwing specials, otherwise you're going to get those suppressions. So there I threw, after I got my last medium hit off, and so I end up getting 1 suppression. Not a big deal. I'm going to get back to a special 1. And there I try to dex the L1. I've fought a few Hulks this season, and I've commented on this before, but for whatever reason sometimes I just miss his L1, and so typically I'll just block it, but I don't know what it is. It's not a difficult special, but yeah. So we get back to another special. I do dex that one. We're gonna stall out, get a little willpower healing from that sting, throw another special, and I'm trying to think. I think I just forget about the strike counter fury from here on out and just go for it, because I don't think I can get back to special 1 again with the amount of suppressions on. I think this is my last fight for Tort, so I'm just blocking stuff, being a little bit more safe. But yeah, we take down that Gladiator Hulk. Did get hit by 1 L1, but yeah. So, and then last up, in the morning, wake up, and I have this rank 3 max sig Domino. Looks like I ran out of health boosts, so I went in, popped a couple of those solo crystals, put on the boosts. We just needed to win this war, and so I wasn't cutting corners on this fight. I put in extra boost, probably didn't need them all, but my whole game plan here is to, you know, do some short combos, drop back, parry. Usually the AI is really aggressive to not throw a special and just come right at you when you do that. This has a power focus 1 and then hurt locker, unblockable L1, and so she hasn't even thrown an L1 yet, and I get to L3 after I push her to L2. So I'm going to get some power back, not a crazy amount because I have the tech boost on, And then my plan is just to get back to L2 as quickly as I can and just throw that, and it should kill her. That's the plan. And so far I've taken very, very little crit damage. My Guardian is max sig, so if I do take any crit fail, that damage is mitigated tremendously. Because he's got a high energy resistance. And yeah, so she's getting shocked now, getting some damage off that. And yeah, just a couple hit combos drop back, and she is just not throwing any specials. I don't know if she throws a single special one. She threw one special that whole fight. Not bad. And that L2 killed her. So super, super easy fight. Didn't die this war. Our battle group beat out their BG1 group by 1 death, 5-4, which was good. And we did end up winning this war, which sets us up really nice to go into the last war and hopefully secure our spot into Platinum 1. So I had 8 fights, 8 kills, no deaths. On the season, 78 fights, 78 kills, 1 death. And I keep coming back to that. That was a timeout. Just barely missed that one, but we're 7-4 on the season. We went up 6 spots in Platinum 1 to number 18, and we're hoping that we can secure our spot with a win in the last war, and heaven forbid we fail, that we are able to have just enough points to keep us in Platinum 1. So here's our rank, 18 in Platinum 1. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.